Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Digimax Sports Network. This is Scott Kerker along with Randy McGowan. Randy, before we come back over here to Washington, this will be our third game we played here in Torrey Gymnasium, and played more games here than we have at home.
Absolutely. Coming off the Tournament of Champions, this gym, I tell you what, Scott, they redid the gym floor. It's bright in here, new heating system, gave this whole place a facelift. So it's still that loud Torrey Gymnasium here. So,
yeah.
Washington is doing everything they can to pack this place and get this rivalry going tonight,
Washington, I believe, comes in at 2-2. We're 1-1. We both played in the Tournament of Champions, played some really good competition. This is going to be a good game here tonight.
Oh, it should be a great game, You got Metamora, obviously a lot of youth with the Metamora team, and Washington here on their home court. They're going to shoot the ball a little bit better, so we should have a heck of a game here.
Yeah, for sure. Why don't we take a timeout? When we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Redbirds. Welcome back to Torrey Gymnasium. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dane. Coach, first night on Digimax, but a big game here in Washington. Third game here in Washington.
That's right.
So, but you get to play your conference rival, the Washington Panthers, a very gritty team.
Yes, always a really gritty group. They're really going to get after us on both ends of the floor. Shoot a lot of three-pointers. It's going to be a lot of three-pointer shots tonight, I think. The Panthers shot like 30 to 40 in almost every one of their games here at the TOC. So they're going to get them up.
Yeah.
Coach, you guys saw some awesome competition here at the TOC. Any early season lessons coming out of the TOC for you guys?
We only got 2 games, so we didn't see a whole lot that we didn't expect yet. I think we just got to get off to better starts. Our first quarter.
Coach, you think a lot of that early start, kind of the jitters, maybe the fact that we're really young.
Yeah, young, inexperienced. Haven't played a lot of varsity games together. I think the very first game we had 7 guys with varsity career high, and then the next game we had our one other guy with varsity career high. So everybody's had a varsity career high in the first 2 games except Brady.
Yeah, in which he started all the games last year.
Yes.
So he's really not a freshman. He's more like a junior.
That's right.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Bring home a W.
We'll get him, Coach.
Take a timeout. When we come back,
Thanks.
we'll talk about the keys to tonight's win. Welcome back to Torrey Gymnasium. Joined here by our third member of the group, Eli Young. Eli, big game here for Metamora. Coach Dane talked a little bit about, we're kind of a slow starting team. Both games we've been down by double-digit points, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're just so young.
That's right, and I mean, I don't want to say a lot of immaturity, but I mean, I think this first conference game will kind of change all that. No shot clock today, so I think it's kind of that element out of it, so we don't need to worry about kind of getting a shot off quick. We can kind of continue to work around and look for a good one.
Yeah. Randy, when you look at Metamora right now, and you're, a lot of these guys have had a lot of success at the lower levels, junior high, freshman basketball. Most of these kids don't even have their license yet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, that's problematic, when you think about it. But, from a basketball standpoint, a lot of basketball IQ for the age of these kids. You know what I mean? These kids are playing summer ball and all kinds of things. But, for us, really, we've got to work together. We don't really have those dominant players that we've had in the past that we can really look to. And
not a go-to guy.
Yeah, exactly. I think that will develop as the season goes on, right? But right now, this team, the few games that we've had, really to me looks best when we work together. When we move without the ball, when we drive, draw two, kick, things like that. Really create for one another is really the key to this team. So I really think the teamwork of this group is really the key thing to what we have going right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to ask both of you. If it's a a tie ball game and there's 5 seconds to go, you have the ball, we call a timeout. Who's the go-to guy? Who do you want the ball in their hands to give us the best chance to win?
Yeah, I think you got to go kind of in a traditional mode. Vasquez is kind of your ball handler, and I think you call a play that has multiple options. I don't think there's a one-option situation. Last year, our key was we went into Zobrist, and now really expected him to finish the game, maybe dump it down to the big boy Funk. You know what I mean? But in this situation, I really think you probably have 2 or 3 options. Maybe a Koch and a Brady Jones and, something like that. Or, if you can get a drive and get open, you go with that. So I don't think we really have those key established roles at this point,
Take what they're going to give us at that point, I think. I think if you can get it down low or inside to Jones, I think that's the best option. But if it's not there, you have reliable guards you could get it to.
Well, I think so, too. And I think it kind of depends on what kind of a team we're playing. If Brady Jones, he's a grizzled veteran at 15 as a sophomore. Because he started every game last year. I think minus 1 game where they started seniors on senior night. But, he's the go-to guy, in my opinion. But the guy that's going to be right there with him, I think, is Sam Koch. And Sam Koch, he's been our leading scorer both games with 22 and 21. And he just seems, his IQ along with Jones, the basketball IQ of those 2 guys has been off the charts.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Koch is really also an extremely unselfish kid as well. So yeah. I haven't seen assist numbers or anything like that, but I've got to believe he's got to be one of the higher assist guys on the team so far, just within the first couple of games. So, but yeah, you look for something open between those 2, but you really don't want to force it amongst a bunch of guys. You don't want to have to take a fadeaway shot. You don't want to have to take an extremely difficult shot. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
I don't know. I go back to the days in college. We had a last-second play that really had 3 options on it. We were similar. We didn't have one dominant player. We had multiple guys that could score 20 points any given night. And so there's really 3 options. So we just say, let's take the easier of the 3 options that are out there. Again, a little different than how we operated last year, as a program. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of forms up here in front of us,
And back on the dependence of the opponent, tonight, there's a developing story that their big guy could be out. You have Jones might be the biggest guy on the court the whole game, or one of the bigger guys in the court the whole game. So then that situation, you probably want to go to him for that last-second shot.
Yeah.
A mismatch or something.
Well, hopefully we won't have to depend on a last-second shot, But
yeah. Well, and you kind of bring up the issue of Jones being the biggest guy on the floor. I mean, he was already going to be the biggest guy on the floor. Now, I don't know if this is fact. We'll find out when the game starts. But I heard a rumor that James Johnson is not going to be playing tonight for Washington, who's their 6'4", kind of a swing man. Kind of he'll post up, he'll go outside, kind of a utility guy, but he'll be out of the game. So, this whole Washington lineup is sitting at like 6 foot, 6'1". So we're going to have a size advantage here, which I don't know as we go throughout the season that we're going to be in this kind of position very often. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'm pretty sure James Johnson will not play. He's still over there in street clothes, so he's not playing.
Okay, yeah, for sure. All right, there he is.
And, to me, I think Metamora has to come out and play their game. When Metamora, regardless of the point, when we played Pasadena, we tried to kind of do some things. We were a little bit shell-shocked first game of the year against a team that had a Division I center, a 7-foot center. And
7-foot kid going to Texas A&M,
yeah,
mind you,
yeah.
right?
and then they had a guard that was outstanding.
Yeah.
And, I just got a feeling that, then the next game we kind of, I think we matched up with the Marietta Grace Prep was, I thought we matched up with them a lot better.
Yeah.
And I thought we were, and we did. We got the win, got the 4-point win, played outstanding second half. And, and we continue to play that kind of basketball. We're going to be a very tough team to beat. But this is the kind of team, this is a lot like when Ethan Kaiser and Tyson Swanson and Tucker, when they were all sophomores, very, very similar type of team. I'm not saying they're going to be that good when they get to be, but
you're right. They're getting that experience as a young group of guys that really are going to have a chance to gel and really have 3 years of varsity together, which is just a rarity, right? I mean, when does that happen? Usually there's seniors in the program. You've got other talented guys at different levels, and really, you know, it's a different feel altogether. So it will be interesting to see kind of how that goes as we look to the future, even we look out the next couple of years, you know.
Let's get ready for the national anthem. Nice. I like how they dropped the flag down out of the ceiling. That's nice.
And this whole place has been worked over. Pretty neat.
Brady, we'll have a little bit of a height advantage, not a huge one, but
I mean, I definitely think we're going to have an advantage in the post, to drop it out down in. But, Washington's going to have this tenacious defense that's characteristic of their program. And really the guard play, hitting the threes from the corner, things like that are kind of what I expect out of them. But yeah, I mean, Jones definitely has a size advantage, no question about it. Jones controls the tip. The guy or Vasquez to bring it up.
You get it.
Jones out of Koch. The Geyer. Backdoor.
Great beauty. That was a beautiful play. Boy, I love how he looked underneath right off the bat.
Yeah, nice cut by Busey. Geyer's going to get flagged for reaching in there. Just got caught trailing the cutter a little bit. Washington to inbound.
Who's that one on?
Another foul here. It's going to go against Vasquez. Not sure what he did there.
Maybe a hole?
I missed that. I was looking out on the perimeter. I'm not sure.
Oh, that'll go over
Washington sails the ball out of bounds, and Redbirds will inbound underneath their own basket here. If this varsity team kind of fouls the sophomore team, the defense is going to be tenacious tonight. I thought in that sophomore game, we won by about 10 points, but our defense was fantastic. Hats off to Coach Brockhouse to get that team going, Brady Jones on the perimeter, drives in, little fadeaway jumper. Busey almost had the rebound, just couldn't gather it.
I like that shot by Jones.
Vasquez with the block. It's knocked out of bounds. Metamora ball. Nice recovery there by Vasquez.
Yeah.
Put his hand up and knocked that ball down.
Oh, he ran it.
Vasquez just kind of got dumped. No call by the official. Geyer sets the screen for Koch. Over to Geyer. Out of Vasquez with the handoff. Kicks it out to Koch. Koch drives baseline. Gets it knocked away, but the foul will be called on Washington for reaching in.
Koch went baseline. I thought it was a pretty nice move, although it looked like he might have had a shot down there in the corner. We're kind of blocked by the Washington student section.
Busey for three. Jones now grabs the rebound, puts it in.
That's just a big boy rebound there.
Yeah, did a great job just using his body, getting position.
They travel.
Nice job by Jones to wall up, not take the bait on the fake, and just hold his ground. Really caused that travel. Washington, a little token pressure here. A little full court man press. Busey for three. Just rolls out. Vasquez punches it out to Jones. Out to Geyer for three.
Oh, that was a
just
good
rims out again.
Yeah.
We're close, Scott. We're just not getting it down, but we're close. It's a good look on the offensive end. Yep. Busey now gets his hand out. Redbirds are doing a nice job on the man-to-man defense right now, just keeping them in front of them. Nothing easy here for the Panthers.
It reminds me of 2 years ago when we came over here and we had Koch and Tyler Mason, and they just.
For three, doesn't go. Jones gathers the rebound, gets it out to Vasquez, reverses it over to Koch in the corner. Koch kicks it out to Jones for three from the top, doesn't go. Dyer battles for the rebound.
Still a good look. We're getting some good looks, and those are going to start falling.
Yeah, there's nobody's forcing anything here. Redbirds are playing real smart. Craighead puts it in the lane. Breaks open the scoring column for the Panthers. Jones now gets into the lane, kicks it out. Vasquez now gets the screen from Jones. Back to Jones for three. It goes. Nice two-man game there with Vasquez and Jones. Little pick and pop action there. That's Kaminsky drives. He'll draw the foul. That'll get him to the line for two.
Who they call the foul on?
Foul goes on, looks like Koch.
That's his first.
We're trailing that cutter just a little bit on the backside, when they swing the ball out. We're not shifting to the ball side fast enough, and we're kind of getting pinned by that screen. So, that's, our defense looks great. That's really the only small deficiency I see so far this half, or this quarter, I should say.
Well, defensively, you're right. And they connect on both, make it a 7-4 Redbird lead.
Dyer gets it at the elbow, hands off to Busey. Busey now to Jones. Jones now gets into the lane, kicks it out to Vasquez from the corner for three. Beautiful. That's just great drive and kick basketball right there, Scott.
Good to see Logan get off to a good start here. Oh, that got me on. I got to be on Jones.
Goes on Jones with the body. He puts Vanderheit at the line to shoot two.
That's his first.
First on Jones.
Coming in from Metamora is Bourne.
Bourne comes in for Geyer, and Morrison comes in for Busey.
Boy, we have more depth than we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, these guys work so hard, Scott. It's just rebound just gets away from Jones there, and now Washington puts up a three. Jones with the rebound, gathers it, looking to attack. High off the glass, Morrison tips it out, and now
it's got to be Metamora ball.
Will be tipped out to Metamora, so.
A lot of hustle there.
Yeah.
A lot of hustle, guys.
But you're right. I mean, they bring guys off the bench here, and, they keep the pedal to the metal here. You know what I mean? We don't slow down at all. Bourne now gets pushed out front. That's going to go against Vanderheid. That'll be his first foul. Craighead comes back into the game. He replaces Vanderheid. Morrison out top. Gets it to Bourne on the wing. Now to Vasquez out top. Now to Brady Jones, who drives all the way down. Reverse layup doesn't go. Ball gets knocked loose by Morrison. And Jones takes it to the rim, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Brady will go to the line. That's good hustle. Good hustle.
You know, Morrison just kept that alive for the Redbirds. Just kind of kept his hand on the ball and got knocked loose. So nice job by Jones to pick the ball up, go aggressively to the rim. Vanderheim comes back into the game. He replaces Schoen.
Schoen, just a freshman?
Yeah. Yep. 6 foot, 160-pound freshman. Rio Schoen, number 15. And now Morrison picks the ball up. Inbounding error there by the Washington backcourt.
Nice head by Todd.
Morrison now really playing some good defense against Vanderhyde. Now Jones is guarding on the wing. And Vanderhyde's going to get called for the illegal screen on Vasquez there. Just was instead and kind of put his shoulder into it. So Metamora to inbound. And that's the second foul on Vanderhyde, so he'll leave the game. He's replaced by Kaminsky. And Schoen comes back in the game. He replaces Abe Lucas. Vasquez to bring it up. To Jones, over to Bourne. Backdoor cut. And not sure what the whistle was about.
I'm not sure what they're calling there.
Get a hold on Schoen.
Yep, so that's 5 fouls on the Panthers. So that'll put Brady Jones to the line to shoot 2 here.
First one's up and good. And he gets them both.
Jones now with 8 points in the first quarter here for the Birds. Ball gets knocked away by Bourne. Recovered by Washington. Takes it to the rim, and the bucket will go for Kaminsky. And he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul goes against Bourne. That's his first. Abe Lucas now will replace Craighead for the Panthers.
Hustle from Bourne, though.
Yeah, just working hard out there. Just working hard, knocking the ball away.
We're used to seeing that from Bourne. JV games last year and the varsity time they got last year, too.
Yeah.
Jones reverses it to Morrison. Bourne sets a screen. Morrison kicks it in the corner for Koch for 3. Doesn't go.
Good
hustle. The rebound. Gets kicked out for 3. Doesn't go. Washington with the rebound, now on the run. Three doesn't go for Kaminsky. Tipped out by Koch. Now up to Jones. So Jones gets fouled. Oh, they call it foul, or they call it travel. And there appeared to be some contact there because Brady Jones was kind of winding up to dunk the ball and kind of got nudged on the hip, but referee called it a travel. So,
and he was going to put on a show for us, I guarantee it.
Yeah, he had a nice dunk in the TOC here. Kaminsky drives baseline, gets it to go. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Redbirds up 13-10.
They're on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, I mean, the defense seems like it's really making things happen for us. You know what I mean? We're getting a little bit of transition. But, yeah, I mean, Jones is all over the floor here. You know, really doing a nice job asserting himself, using his size.
So Metamora comes out with the same lineup we had when we finished the first. Koch, Bourne, Morrison, Jones, and
Vasquez. Yeah. Koch with the rebound for the Birds. He's on the run right up the middle. Coast to coast. Little floater goes. Nice job by Sam Koch, just taking what the defense gives him.
Yep. He went until they stopped him, and they didn't stop him until it was pretty much too late.
Kaminsky gets blocked by Morrison. It'll be Panthers to inbound.
Busey comes back into the Redbird lineup, and here we play. It looks like Vasquez.
Nice job again by Brady Jones. The wall up there, not foul. Look at Zach Bourne. Gets into the corner to Busey. Corner three off the fast break, and Coach Schimmerhorn will take a timeout here for the Panthers to talk things over. Wow. Redbirds up 18-10 with 6:53 to go in the second.
I like how Bourne got the ball and just went right down the court.
Man, yeah, we are just blazing a trail right down the middle. I mean, Koch did it the possession before. Bourne does it now, gets that kick out three. That's a great possession. When you get the ball down the floor and you get that wide open corner three look, it's really hard to stop because the defense is trying to protect the rim. They're really not thinking about protecting that corner, right? You don't want to give up a layup.
That's right, and I mean, Bourne's not all area cross country for nothing, right?
The kid can run. You're right. He's got some hardware to show it too. You know.
You're not going to wear him out.
No, he will not be worn out. You're absolutely right. He may burn out a couple pairs of shoes this season, you know? Nice job by the Redbirds defense, just keeping this Washington team right in front of them. Vanderhei gets to the elbow. Thought about it, but thought otherwise.
Oh, great defense by Bourne.
Yeah, just hounding the ball. Jones with the rebound. Gets it up to Koch. Koch kicks it out to Bourne. Now to Jones. That's Morrison there in the corner. Washington student section is affecting our vision here a little bit, Scott.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to get them to sit down for us. Busey now just takes it in. I think he was so open he missed the layup. He didn't expect to be that open.
Yeah, that might have been one of the easiest shots we'll have all night.
Yeah, he was just kind of in shock. Jones with another rebound. Redbirds are on the run. Tries to kick it over to Morrison, just a little bit out of control, but
I imagine after that one, Thorne's telling Jones, hey, look at me, I'm streaking down the middle of the lane. Look at me.
Yeah. Geyer will come in for Jones.
Tell you, the early identity of this team to me is tenacious defense, and let's look to run off opportunities. Let's create opportunities in the transition game. Look at Bourne out there at 6'2", tenacious out on the perimeter.
We're guarding these guys in their face, 25 feet away from the basket.
Yeah.
That gets old. if you're an offensive player.
Washington is a very patient team. Kaminsky now tries to dump it down. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Redbirds to inbound. But, Washington has traditionally been a patient team. Over the years we've seen their offense, the E offense, right? 3 guys across the middle just wearing you down and trying to get a backdoor layup. But you're right, this Redbird defense is really frustrating them here.
Well, how do we do without Jones on the floor? We're not much bigger than Washington is right now.
Koch drives, and the foul's called on the floor, so the Redbirds to inbound. Foul goes on Dean Davidson for the Panthers. That's his first foul. Lucas leaves the game. He's replaced by Schoen. Bourne in the post. Spins to his left. And finishes. Beautiful move by Zach Bourne in the post.
Crafty.
Yeah, wow. Geyer with the recovery, blocks it out of bounds. Panthers to inbound. Craighead gets the easy layup off the inbound play. Geyer now. Nice little floater with the right hand. Hey, he's got a soft touch, Scott,
Yep.
Got an off-the-ball whistle here. And that goes against Busey. Now, is that Vasquez back into the game, replaces Morrison?
Yep.
Vanderhyde with the spin move. Finishes. Bourne now in the corner. Geyer on the left side. Skips all the way across to Vasquez, but there's a foul here, a illegal screen.
Is that on Busey?
Looks like that's going to go against Busey. So that'll be his second. He goes out of the game, and Morrison comes back in.
I didn't see what he did.
He must have moved on the screen. I was ball watching, so I'm guilty as well. But he must have been moving on that screen and got called for it. I mean, we are guarding them way out on the volleyball line. Gosh. And Morrison now with the steal. Takes it in on Craighead and gets, I don't know if they're going to call him in the motion of shooting or on the floor. I wasn't quite sure. Yep, they're going to give him 2 shots.
Yep.
A nice job by Morrison to get out in that passing lane. Again, that's the same thing they were doing in that sophomore game. I'll tell you, we're doing a nice job on ball. And
first one's down for Morrison. Looks like Jones is going to come back in with 2 fouls. And Morrison gets both.
Jones comes in for Bourne.
Oh, what a job Zach Bourne did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man. Just worked so hard. Jones with the recovery. Gets it over to Morrison for 3. Doesn't go. Jones now controls the rebound. Layup won't go and draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Knowing that Jones has the recovery down here, but really he profited from great defense. You know, that was that Vasquez and Morrison working there on the ball. I mean,
first one's up and good.
Did Coach K come into Metamora and do a clinic on defense or something, Scott? What I mean, I'm not saying we were bad at defense before. I'm just saying this is kind of next level, you know, in the passing lane, up on the ball. You know, Coach Dane probably feels like that's what he's got to do to compete, right?
Right. And he's got the guys to do it, though.
Yeah, you're right. He's got the horses coming off the bench. So
nobody really has to pace themselves.
Yeah. You get out there, you go 100%.
Boy, I kind of wish they had a shot clock in this game.
It is different after the TOC.
With this defense, though, I mean, they're not getting a clean shot.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You know, that's the thing with that shot clock. Vanderheim gets blocked out of bounds by Morrison. And
tee up Morrison there. Little exchange there.
Did we have was that a tee or was that a foul? What?
I thought I saw the tee motion there. I don't know.
I just saw a point, but I wasn't sure. Maybe a little trash talking after the block, possibly. Yeah, it is a tee.
That's what comes with the rivalry here.
Yeah, you know, I go back. I think of you know, guys like Turner Mann, you know, talking a little trash, getting a tee over here. You know, my son got a tee here. He had a layup, got a 3-point play, and one of the King brothers teed him up. You know, and so he's not proud of that one, but you know, that's just part of what happens over here for some reason. The emotions run high.
And the ball doesn't lie, though. He missed the free throw.
He missed it. I love it.
You beat me to it, Scott. You beat me to it.
You're right. It wouldn't be a Metamora Washington contest without a technical foul by one of the players with emotions running high.
So does Busey come back in for Morrison?
No, Taylor did.
Taylor.
He had a 20-piece tonight in the JV game as well.
He had a great second half in that sophomore game. Koch pokes it away from Kaminsky on the drive, so Washington to inbound. Vanderheide to inbound. Gets it into Kaminsky, guarded by Vasquez. Kaminsky drives on Vasquez.
Ooh.
Finishes. Great defense, better offense. Jones for 3. Doesn't go. Ball gets knocked out of bounds to Metamora. Redbirds to inbound with 15.7 to go here in the half.
I like the shot. I like everything about it. I don't think we've taken a forced shot tonight.
No. These guys play together so well, Scott, already. We're so early in the season, you know. Vasquez gets held by Kaminsky. And so,
Tugged the jersey.
yeah, I think he just had his arm or jersey or something. Not sure. Vasquez into Jones.
Quadruple team.
Jones finishes in between about 3 players. Freshman, 3 doesn't go, so that brings us to the half. Redbirds up 28-17 here at Washington.
We'll take a timeout and thank our sponsors. Welcome back to Torrey Gymnasium. Guys, I just can't get over the intensity that we came out with on defense. It was just that's as good a defense as I've seen. And
Yeah.
defensive programs.
Yeah, I mean, the ball defense, get in the passing lane, whatnot. like I said, the only thing I could say negative is we trailed on some cuts. You know what I mean? But when you're playing that tough a defense, that's a tough thing to do. You got to get to that help side and get caught on the backside of the ball. But when you hold Washington to 17 points in their own gym, Scott, I mean, that says something. You're playing some pretty darn good defense.
But I feel like Bourne and Morrison deserve a shout out there for those on-ball defense there. Oh my goodness, were they good? When that tandem was in there together, they were lights out, I thought. And that resulted in easy buckets the other way for us. So
Metamora will get the ball after the halftime. After halftime.
Starters out there for Metamora: Vasquez, Busey, Koch, Geyer, and Jones.
And Sam Koch only got 2 points. That's the amazing. We're up 11. He's only got 2 points.
Geyer drives to the hole, draws the foul.
I think we're going to see a lot of that this year, where he just drives to the bucket and gets fouled, or they give him the easy layup.
Absolutely. Fouls on Kinnear. Geyer to shoot two, but he's crafty in there. He's in the lane. He's got a nice touch and uses his body well. Fakes, gets people up in the air, knows how to counter. Nice player in the paint,
Kind of a gentle giant almost, so to speak. I mean, he's not a giant, but kind of a gentle giant.
Yeah.
Lane violation on Washington.
But you're right, he's got a big frame, though, and he uses his frame well to kind of create some space.
And he makes him pay. 1 of 2 from the line for Gavin.
Nice. Kaminsky takes it to the rim, doesn't finish. Koch with the rebound. Vasquez for 3. Jones tips it up, just can't corral it. And a foul gets called against the Redbirds, against Vasquez, it looks like, going for the rebound there. It's a tough one, kind of a loose ball foul type situation there, You hate to see anybody get called there. Everybody's just trying to make a play on the ball. Kaminsky now in the lane, gets Busey up in the air. He will go to the line for the old-fashioned 3, and just coming out of half here, Washington has definitely turned up the temperature. You know what I mean? They're looking to attack right now. They're out of that patient game that they were playing in the first half, so we'll see.
Well, they're behind, and they got to score some points.
Yeah. Again, full court token pressure here from Washington. Redbirds running the chin offense. Geyer now. It's the Vasquez who turns the corner.
Pretty good defense.
Ball goes into Jones in the post. And Kaminsky gets his hand on it, draws the jump ball, and that'll be Washington ball.
Ooh. Didn't have his hand on it for very long, did he?
Yeah, he just had his hand on top of the ball when Jones had it. And, in that situation, they're either going to call it travel or they're going to give the jump ball because kind of had a partial possession there. Kaminsky now just drives down the lane and somehow we lost track of him. Jones now loses the handle. Craighead now on the run for Washington. Gets it out to the corner, and ball is off Vasquez, out of bounds.
Gotten real sloppy here in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, both teams are really pushing the tempo here. Washington to inbound. Vanderhyde for 3 from the corner. He gets it to go. And we've got ourselves a 4-point ball game here all of a sudden. Jones for 3. Doesn't go, and Geyer now could get called for reaching in here.
I'm starting to question on that three Vanderhyde just had in the corner if he had reestablished himself in bounds yet after being the inbounder. You know, I wish we had a little bit of that instant replay maybe. Shot clock's coming. Maybe instant replay is soon to follow. I don't know.
Washington kind of running a double high screen offense here, and then just getting some motion on the backside looking. And Busey now pulls the ball away, and now he ties it up, and that's a jump ball to the Redbirds.
Good job by Busey.
Yeah, the on-ball defense here.
I like the fact that Coach Damon just kind of let us play through this little bit of a lull.
Yeah, just keep going, keep moving, make good decisions, take good shots. Koch for three off the front. Craighead for three off the front. Koch with the rebound. Busey now brings it up in the corner to Vasquez.
Need a bucket.
Ball gets tipped out of bounds. Back to the Redbirds. Sometimes we're almost too unselfish.
Yeah,
Scott, you know. Vasquez sets it up. Jones comes out over to Koch, sets the screen for him. He's got a matchup he likes, but rolled out of it. Geyer now. Ball gets poked out. Redbirds to inbound underneath their own hoop. Koch to inbound, goes into Busey. To Koch for three, doesn't go. Jones with the rebound, and a little bit of contact, but just couldn't get his footing, and falls down and travels with it. Washington to inbound.
It looked like they kind of scooped underneath him there, and
yeah, that call could have went either way. Vanderhyde draws the block, and that's
wow. We're getting a lot of ticky-tack fouls called against us, aren't we?
That's the third foul on Geyer. So Geyer and Busey go to the bench, and Bourne and Morrison come in to replace them. Craighead now drives on Bourne. Koch with the rebound.
Pretty good defense.
Bourne sets a screen for Koch. Koch takes it in off the board.
We needed that.
Go. Yeah, nice play, nice screen out top, and Koch knew what to do with it. Vanderhyde out top, and Bourne jumps the passing lane and brings it in. Ball gets knocked away.
That's not a foul.
Vasquez for three, doesn't go. Bourne now with the rebound, and it does not go. And Vasquez now with the rebound, gets it over to Bourne, and it gets taken away. And here's Washington with the recovery. Wow, 3 offensive boards there. Excellent work by the Redbirds to work the offensive boards. And now Coach Schimmerhorn takes the timeout here with 3:10 to go in the third. Redbirds up by 6, 31-25. That was just getting a little bit out of control, you know.
Yep. And these little stretches, we have to learn to accept that, because we're a young team. We do have some juniors on the team, but experience-wise, we're very, very young.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Brady Jones obviously started every game last year, but Vasquez had some varsity experience, not a ton. Bourne, got in, but he had an injury last year that really, limited his the true playing time he would have gotten last year, really as a sophomore. And really, who else? I think Busey got in a little bit here and there. I keep thinking Geyer's a sophomore, Scott, and that's on me. But he's a junior, but he didn't play last year. And you reminded me of that because I think, man, why didn't I see this guy last year?
He was out the whole year with a sickness.
Yeah, okay. Wow. I for some reason, that just escaped me. But, yeah, when I see him out here, I keep thinking he's a sophomore, But experience-wise, that's really where he is at this point,
That was a good timeout for us, though, too, right there. Washington took it.
Yeah.
But we benefited from it also.
Now, Vasquez looks like he's wearing number 15, if I'm not mistaken here. So maybe he got some blood on his jersey. But, Vasquez is in 15 now for the remainder of the game, apparently. So we've got a blood jersey situation there. Brady Jones gets out in the passing lane, tips the ball out of bounds.
Had he let it go, I think we'd have gotten a turnover. Because their player had already broke through the basket.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He went to the backdoor cut. Vanderhyde gets blocked out of bounds. Great recovery by Morrison there. Vanderhyde took him off the dribble, but was able to recover and block him from behind.
That's about at least three that Morrison's done that same thing.
Bourne now almost had the steal, and Vanderhyde now gets grabbed by Vasquez, and that'll be a foul on Vasquez. And I don't know, did they carry his foul? Yeah. That'll be his third. So, yeah, maybe he gets new fouls with number 15, Scott. What do you think?
Yeah.
Wishful thinking.
Yep,
wishful thinking, right? And now, is this another blood situation here?
We had 3 or 4 instances of this in the junior varsity game as well. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Yeah. We're playing the Panthers. There's a lot of scratching and clawing going out there, Eli,
I guess birds kind of have little, pointy talons maybe. I don't know.
Just little tiny dinosaurs, remnants of the dinosaur kingdom, That's what birds are. From what I heard on the Discovery Channel, at least. So Vanderhyde is, I don't know if they put a little bleach on his jersey to get rid of the blood, or if he was bleeding and they taped him up, not sure. But second is on the way, and it's good. 4-point game here with 2:30 to go in the third.
Need a bucket.
Morrison now gets the screen from Bourne, and now Craighead comes over and helps side. And Bourne is going to get called on the reach in transition. And all of a sudden, the Redbirds have 5 fouls, and that's going to bring Craighead going to go to the line to shoot 2. So,
and Washington's only committed 1.
Yeah. But yeah, the first half, I thought we did a great job playing defense and staying out of foul trouble. And this quarter has been problematic from a foul standpoint. Ooh, second one goes for Craighead, makes it a 3-point game. Koch now to bring it up to the Birds. Over to Morrison, now to Jones. Back to Koch, to Bourne. Vasquez comes over, takes the handoff, now back to Koch. Koch guarded by Davidson. Koch for 3, off the front. Bourne with the rebound and the putback. And he'll have a chance to go to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
Boy,
Excellent work by Zach Bourne down.
His motor tonight has just been outstanding. The effort has been incredible. He gets it.
Puts the lead back up to 6 for the Birds with under 2 to go.
Third quarter.
Vanderhyde drives baseline. Bourne now with the rebound. Gets knocked out of bounds by Craighead. It'll be Redbird ball. Vasquez now to bring it up against Vanderhyde. Jones now to Bourne. Now to Koch. Koch gets double teamed but draws the foul. It's going to go against number 10, Kinnear, for the Panthers. It'll be his 4th. So he'll come out of the game. That brings in Abe Lucas, number 40 for the Panthers. Koch to inbound, gets tipped. Davidson with the recovery. Kaminsky put it away, and now a foul is called against the Redbirds, and that's going to go against Jones, and that puts Lucas at the line to shoot 2 for the Panthers.
Is that just Jones' second? Yeah. Good foul.
Taylor comes into the lineup replacing Koch for the Redbirds, and Jones now corrals the rebound. Jones brings it up, gets it over to Taylor, back to Jones, over to Vasquez. Vasquez gets the screen from Bourne and kicks it out to Jones. Jones now takes it in, layup doesn't go. Corrals the rebound, gets it out to Morrison for 3, off the heel. Kaminsky corrals it, and Vasquez runs him down and knocks it out of bounds. Tell you what, Redbirds
have gone ice cold.
Well, they're ice cold, but they're still showing their motor skills here. You know?
Yeah.
I'm only focused on the upside, Scott. We're young. Lucas now kicks it out. Vanderhyde drives down in. Jones blocks it, recovers it with the rebound. Lucas locks him up for a jump ball. It'll be Washington to inbound underneath their own hoop. Kaminsky against Vasquez. Drives baseline. Vasquez blocks it from behind, recovers it. Redbird's on the run. Taylor in the corner.
Or traveled.
Just can't handle it and gets caught for the travel. It'll be Washington to inbound here with 13.8 in the third. Yeah, we're playing a little fast, Scott, you know.
We're making young mistakes.
Yes. We're learning. Every possession we're learning. Vanderhyde drives on Taylor. Gets the bucket. Morrison from half court. Oh, just off the front. The Redbirds take a 4-point lead, 34-30 into the fourth quarter.
Kind of had a reverse effect on us a little bit. We were thinking we're going to have to play this guy, and it's almost a different type of a Washington attack.
Yeah, it really is. Well, in the second half, I mean, Washington's come out. They look like a whole different team. You know, they're aggressive. They're attacking the rim. First half, they were really, looking for some backside screen action. Now they're really just we're up on the ball, so they're really trying to drive the ball past that front line defender. And, our help has been a little slow. Bourne now.
What a pass. Was that Geyer that hit it?
Yeah, Geyer fed him, and nice little cut to the ball, gets the layup. Birds back up by 6. But you're right, it's been a tale of two different teams here. First half, the second half for Washington.
What a spark, though, by Zach Bourne.
Taylor now comes up, gets fouled by Craighead, and Taylor will go to the line to shoot 2, but excellent job on the screen. He just came up. They just trapped, the ball handler.
Don't forget tomorrow night, Eli Young and was it Logan Vasquez?
Hopefully, yeah.
Will be covering the girls' game tomorrow night against Washington at home.
Oh, okay. Hey, Washington's girls program is at a high level right now.
Yeah.
That should be, Metamora can pick one up tomorrow. That'd be a big win for our program.
Oh, man.
Vanderhyde sets the screen for Kaminsky. Lucas in the post against Morrison. And finishes. 4-point game. Taylor now gets it into Bourne in the post. And Bourne gets held by Lucas before he got the shot off. So the foul's on the floor. Redbirds to inbound. Brady Jones now comes into the lineup. He replaces Taylor. Busey to inbound. Gets it into Morrison. Over to Geyer. To Bourne. And play just won't go.
Great play. Great cut to the basket.
Vanderhyde for 3 doesn't go. Bourne now corrals the rebound. Now he's on the run. Takes it in and gets called for the charge. And so Washington to inbound. That'll be the 3rd on Bourne. Koch now comes back into the lineup. He replaces Morrison. Love the aggressiveness by Bourne there. Just needed to pop up and hit the little floater. Kaminsky drives on Geyer, draws the foul.
Wow.
How many that? 4th foul on Geyer. And now Vasquez comes back into the game, replacing Geyer. And Washington fumbles it out of bounds. It'll be Redbird ball. Busey now to bring it up. Gets it to Vasquez. Bourne to Busey. To Jones and Craighead. It's in the way. And not sure what the call is.
It looks
here.
like Metamora ball.
Again, we got the Metamora student section there, so we're limited on our view.
I believe that was the patented Brady Jones first possession of the game last year play, I believe. Kind of that signal tap the top of your head. I believe that's what it was.
On your head, but the Washington coach, Schimmerhorn, if you noticed that, he immediately said, hey, guys, here's the play. Washington knew what was going on. That's how Craighead was able to get over there and get in front of that. So these programs know each other so well. They almost need to rename some of their plays here. We got to get some baseball tactics going here, fellas. You know?
Yeah. 5:44 to go. It's
4-point game.
yeah.
And Washington has definitely turned up the heat here. We still have an advantage in the paint. You know, if we can, get our spacing right, we should be able to dump the ball down into the post. And Bourne and Jones should really be able to get some high percentage looks here.
We'll be taking out here in the corner.
Ball goes into Vasquez to Koch. Back door to Jones.
That
Finishes
was
for the
good.
layup.
And one. What a beautiful play.
That goes against Vanderhyde.
And
that is Vanderhyde's third.
Who threw that entry pass? Was that Koch?
I think it was Koch, yeah.
Koch, yeah. Koch got on the backside. Just a great cut by Jones. Nice finish. Redbirds up by 7.
Jones with 15.
Vanderhyde, the little curl, gets a little floater to go. Lucas now takes it to the rim. Doesn't go. Nice job by Busey to wall up. Make him think about it. Dorn now to the corner. Down to Jones. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Lucas. It'll be Redbird ball. Vasquez now. Vanderhyde came over, knew the play. Ball's loose on the floor. The scrum. Jump ball. That goes to Washington. Nice hustle there by Brady Jones.
Yep.
Down the floor and get after it. But again, that's our classic inbounds play that they've scouted. They know exactly where that ball's going. You know, and you put that ball up in the air, they've got time to run underneath it. So. Officials, are they evaluating some blood here again? Not sure. Not sure what that was about. You guys know what that?
I know. They call a jump ball there.
They did call a jump ball. So possession arrow to Washington. Ball goes into Vanderhyde. Guarded by Busey. Lucas now comes up. He refuses the screen. In the lane. Vanderhyde finishes. Makes it a 3-point game. Vasquez gets downhill. Gets it to Bourne. Layup won't go. Jones at the rebound won't go. Still battling Jones with it. Wow. And now we've got a hold here. Going to go against Davidson. Holding on Bourne, trying to get some post position down there. So Redbirds will inbound underneath their own hoop.
We just had a lid on our basket.
Yeah.
We've had some good looks.
You can't ask for any closer, better looks with our big guys there, and it's just not falling in for us. Vasquez now reverses it, and Craighead kind of bowls over Jones, and Craighead will get called for the foul here. And that's 5 fouls, so Jones now will come to the line to shoot 2. Again, kind of a loose ball situation there, but the Redbirds kind of benefit. So Jones to shoot 2. You got two scrappy teams going at it here, fellas, you know?
Gee. It's amazing how that basket's got a lid on it.
I'm telling you, it does. Jones gets the second, brings the lead back up to 4. A little over 4 minutes to go here in the game. Vanderhyde against Busey. Wants a screen from Lucas. And Busey knocks it away. Ball's loose.
Travel.
Greg has somehow picked it up. Doesn't go. Bourne with the rebound.
What a job by Bourne. What a job by Busey to knock the ball loose.
Yeah. Busey for 3. Go. Great pass by Vasquez to kick it out there on the fast break. And that's a beautiful corner 3.
That's a really nice little sequence.
Vanderhyde now finishes in the lane. And Panthers will take a timeout here with 3:20 to go in the fourth. Redbirds up 43-38.
Is this going to be a thing where now every time they score they're going to call a timeout?
Possibly. I mean, he's got 2 left here after this. So, yeah, probably wants to talk it over, and they're probably going to start double teaming. A possession or two ago, they double teamed the ball and got us to make a bad decision and got a turnover. So I got to believe they're going to continue to do things like that just to throw us off a little bit, you know. But you want to talk about two programs that know each other.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have a play that Washington doesn't know that we're going to run, right?
It's you know, and I got to give Metamora some credit here, though. It's got to be frustrating. You've had some great looks at the basket, easy buckets, and the ball just rims out. It goes halfway down and comes back out. And they've still kind of stayed with it. They've still kind of run their offense. They've still played hard defense. They still hustle.
They always say that defense is the one constant, you know, in basketball, right?
For sure.
Could be days you don't shoot it well. Things aren't going to go your way. The officials are going to call things the way you don't want. If you play good defense, that's your one constant, right? Ball goes into Jones to Koch at midcourt over to Busey. Koch now sets the screen for Busey. It's a switch with Davidson. Bourne now gets it down the lane. Fakes, puts it up, gets the low to go.
He's kind of an old school player, isn't he?
You know, he is. He's awesome. Love it. Love the way he plays. Vanderhyde now wheeling, dealing a little bit. And Vasquez now blocks the ball out of bounds, but with the flex, gets called with the technical. And
is he done?
That is his 4th foul. So the technical counts as 1. You know, he blocked it out of bounds clean.
But 2 technicals in the game.
No, the first one was on Morrison.
Oh, Morrison. That's right.
Yeah.
Same style of play, though.
So Kaminsky hits the first, brings it to a 6-point game.
They get 4 free throws?
No, they'll just get these 2, and then they'll get the ball back. But they were going to get the ball out of bounds anyways.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't a foul on the side.
No, not a foul. He cleanly blocked it out of bounds, but on the flex is where he got teed up, you know.
I like this
5-point
matchup
game.
here. I like this matchup here for the Birds.
Bourne on Vanderhyde. Davidson for 3. Gets it to go. We've got a 2-point game here with 2.5 to go. Morrison brings it up against Kaminsky. Over to Jones. To Busey. Back to Morrison. Over to Koch. To Bourne. Fakes the handoff. Kicks it out. Gets blocked. And off the Redbirds, ball inbound to Washington. A little over 2 minutes to go. Washington down by 2. It's good help by the Washington defense there to knock that ball away. Kaminsky now drives the lane, ties it up at 45. Got a barn burner here, Scotty.
Yeah.
And now Coach Game will take a full timeout.
This should be.
It's over.
This shouldn't be.
Yeah, you know, the Washington defense has done a nice job when we've got the ball in the post. You know, we haven't got that shot off very quickly, and so, you know, as we wheel in there, they brought help over and they've knocked the ball away several times. You know, we've got to go up quicker and take advantage of that one-on-one matchup down there. But when they bring help, we've either got to recognize it, got to shoot the ball, or kick it out to the guy who helps. You know what I mean? And that's just something this team's going to pick up on as the year goes on. But Washington, you got to give credit to Washington. You know, they're down at half. They came out here. They've scratched and clawed their way back in this game. So, you know, great game for both teams here. Competitive game. Now it's a great chance for them to figure out how to finish games here.
Right.
You know?
This is going to show a lot of character here.
Yeah, and for our young team, these are the kind of games you want to have, you know, early in the season. So we're going to start figuring things out.
So who do we have out there right now? We have
Bourne and Jones and Busey, Koch, and Morrison.
Yeah.
Koch to inbound.
I'd put my money on a quick bucket here, kind of Coach James scheming something open to regain the lead.
Yep, two high screens. Craighead switches on to Busey. Koch now in the corner. Jones now takes it from him, guarded by Vanderhyde. Moore now sets the screen for Jones. Jones loses the handle. Ball's out. Kaminsky picks it up. Now Washington's got it. About a minute 10 to go here. Tie game. Kaminsky's got it, guarded by Busey. Now over to Vanderhyde, guarded by Bjorn. Nice defense there. Nice block. And now Coach Schimmerhorn will take a timeout with 48.5 to go in the game. All tied up here, fellas. What do you think?
I wouldn't be shocked if Washington tries all their might to hold for the last shot here.
Oh, for sure.
We know they're capable of chewing the clock. You might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You probably have a better team here than Metamora here. You got tied up. Might as well take your last shot.
Yeah, I you know, the thing though is our defense is playing at a high level here. You know what I mean? So, can they hold on to the ball for 48 seconds without us getting it away? I don't know that they can.
Well, we just can't foul them either because, well, they're not in the bonus yet. So.
We have one more to give. We got one more.
We have two.
Well, the fifth one will be free throws, so we got one more before.
Yeah, we got one to give, yeah. But you're right. I think you just got to watch the backdoor cut here. You know, we got to be willing to step up and help on the back door because we're going to be out there denying the passing lanes, looking for the steal, you know.
Sam Koch is only 4 points.
Yeah.
But really, they've done
taken
a
a lot
great
of
job.
shots. Yeah.
No, they've just played great defense on him. You know, you can't fault him for it. It's just that they've played great defense on him.
Moore now on Vanderhyde. Davidson guarded by Jones. Morrison on Kinnear. And here's kind of a version of the E play. And Busey now commits the foul on Kaminsky. So the next foul for the Redbirds will put Washington at the line to shoot 2. So you're right. You've got to play great defense here without fouling. And now Geyer comes into the game, replaces Koch. Geyer again with 4 fouls. Davidson now guarded by Jones. Kaminsky guarded by Busey. Gets it over to Davidson, who drives, pulls it back out. Busey now gets his hand on it. Recovered by Kinnear. Vanderhyde now in the corner for Davidson. The 3. Coach Dame gets his timeout here. 3 seconds on the clock. The Redbirds will have a chance here to tie this up. You know, we had a chance at it out at half court there. I mean, Busey did a nice job. But what happened was the defense, we kind of got out of alignment. We lost track of the backside. You know, we kind of had 2 guys up on the ball there. So, such a chance. I mean, if we get that steal, we get a layup. We're in a whole different situation here. So, what a tight game.
It's going to be interesting to see here. Maybe we try to throw a half length of the court pass, call another timeout, get a more easier look at another game-tying 3 from the sideline instead of the opposite baseline here.
Possibly, but, I mean, if you're Washington, you're not letting us get a 3-point shot off. You're going to grab us,
foul.
Put us to the line for 2 if you have to, right? Better than giving up a 3 here. So, you really want to see maybe a screen get set. Maybe you get a guy like Jones. Jones is a nice 3-point shooter. He's tall, long, can jump, can control that ball. We'll see what Coach Dame has up his sleeve here. So the officials went and they did adjust the clock. So there was 3.1 on, but they put 4.4 on the clock. So they put another second, 1.2 seconds here for us to work. So that's more time than you actually need to get this play done. So we'll see what we've got cooked up here. Got to believe, right, fellas?
I'd throw it to Jones right now.
Okay. Eli, good call, buddy.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
That was a good call.
So Redbirds will inbound at half court with 3.7 on the clock. That makes things a little more interesting here. You're going to have a much better chance to get a clean look.
Now you kind of wish a little more would have run off the clock now, because now they have time to foul you if you get inbound, whereas there's only 1 second left. You're in a catch-and-shoot situation. I don't know. Maybe you're still in a catch-and-shoot situation here, too. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, 3.7, I'd say like, 1 dribble per second. You get a couple dribbles, pump fake, you can get it up. I mean, 2 dribbles and a pump fake, you still can get a shot off here.
And maybe you get him in the air, jump in, kind of lean into it, and maybe you get 3 free throws here. I don't know.
You got to look at Sam Koch, too.
But you have to get into the shooting motion here. I mean, if somebody is coming close to you to foul, you better get in the shooting motion very quickly. You do not want to get caught only shooting 2. Morrison for 3. And that'll do it. The Panthers take it 48-45 here in Washington. Tell you, fellas, that was just a whole different team that we saw to Washington in the second half. The first half they played slow, really tried to, screen us, get looks. The defense responded very well. Second half, a whole different look. They took it at us, and when you come out, you pressure the ball. You do take the risk that they're going to take it at you, and it puts you in a fouling situation, and it does let them to get downhill a little bit. And it puts pressure on your weak side help, So Scott will be back with us in a little bit here with an interview with Coach Dame.
Welcome back to Torrey Gymnasium. Coach, tough one tonight, but going into the season, you kind of knew there were going to be nights where things just didn't go right with a young team like this.
Yep, definitely. Just didn't play well down the stretch. Lost our minds. Had 2 technicals after making good plays. We wanted to act like tough guys, but we didn't play like tough guys.
Coach, it was interesting when you look at that game. I mean, the first half, it was almost like we played 2 different Washington teams. The first half, very slow, very deliberate. I felt like a little bit defensively, we had a little bit of tough time handling the screens, getting caught on the backside of the ball. Second half, I felt like they kind of took it right at, we're up and kind of a tight man on the ball, and they took it at us. 2 different teams. What were your thoughts about that?
Oh, I thought we were up 7 with like 3 minutes to go. We had the game. We lost our head. Blocked a shot, up 7, got a technical. They made both, then made a 3. All of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. We're young. We're immature. We couldn't overcome it. We hung our heads too much. We had a kid rip a jersey right in the court, up 6. But we just got to grow up a little bit. We got to be better.
Coach, I thought, at times your defensive intensity tonight was outstanding, especially that first half. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
But with a young team, I guess sometimes that's hard to keep that intensity for a full game.
Well, that wasn't really the problem. We were intense all night on defense, took them off the three-point line, just had way too many turnovers, couldn't finish. And I don't know what we shot from the free throw line, but it was really bad. I don't know which team was better or worse. We were both bad. And it didn't help us to turn the ball over, miss a bunch of layups, and they couldn't make shots from the outside. And they finally made a couple threes there in the fourth quarter.
Coach, the good thing is you get to turn around in 48 hours and play another game.
Yep.
And hopefully you can feel good about yourselves again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Coach, we'll let you get going. I know your kids are waiting on the bus. That'll do it from Torrey Gymnasium. I want to thank Randy Begol, Jonathan Stahlberg. Thanks, Coach. Mike Kerker, the camera guy, and I'm Eli Young for doing the producing. That'll do it for Washington Redbirds lose a heartbreak. We'll see you Friday night. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow night. Girls play Washington at Metamora. Maybe we can return the favor.
Absolutely.
We'll see you tomorrow night.